Hey guys, it's Red Triangle here. Just in the middle of well, I ain't gonna lie, and it's gonna kind of feel weird talking about the subject while doing it, but I tend to think a lot while I'm doing it. I'm cleaning my pistol right now. But anywho, we got to talk about the August Ames thing, you know, which I know a lot of people are gonna listen to what I have to say, and they're gonna try to call me a hypocrite on it. But I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about it anyway. So, if you need a little context, August Ames, she's a porn star, okay, and she was set to do this scene with a guy who is, they call it gay for pay, which in other words, he does gay scenes. He's not really gay. He's doing it for the money because in the porno industry, gay porn makes a lot more, like the actors in gay porn make a lot more money than heterosexual porn. So yeah, she was set to do a scene with this guy, and when she found out that it was a gay guy, she asked, about his uh, his STD tests and all that shit. Which, from my understanding, gay porn and straight porn, they have different methods of STD testing, where like gay porn is somewhat more lax about it, whereas heterosexual porn is more strict. So when August asked that and she couldn't get a clear answer, she refused to do the scene, which I can't blame her. If I was in porno and the person that I would be fucking, doesn't, I don't know if they have an STD or not, or they haven't provided any test results that say otherwise, I'm not going to do that, and there's actually, I got a picture of her tweet. Hold on one second. So here we go, August Ames, XXX. I don't have anything to apologize for. Apologizing for taking extra steps to ensure that my body stays safe. Fuck you guys attacking me when none of my intentions were malicious. I fucking love the gay community. What the fuck ever. I choose who I have inside my body and no hate. And hell, and there's another funny thing about that last sentence, because I forget if she did or she didn't, but one of the porn stars who was hounding her over this whole thing, Jessica Drake, she's a really big feminist, and feminist. The one of the main things about feminism is your body, your choice. Which, hey, I'm there with you. Okay, August didn't have to have sex with this dude. Even if the case was that, yeah, she's a homophobe, she wouldn't have to have sex with him. It's her body. She can do what the fuck she wants with it. Now, for the person who she was supposed to do the scene with, Bruce Beckham, I believe is his name. I fucking hate this guy. He is, to me, he comes off as like one of the biggest grade A dickheads on the face of the earth, and I'll show you what I mean. So here we go, a tweet from Bruce Beckham. On Monday, I called out a homophobic performer for her ignorance and uneducated bias. She allegedly chose to end her own life when she was exposed to the same vitriol the gay people have been exposed to globally for decades. Okay, well, first off, I know there's in the span of this channel's life. I know there's going to be like that one SJW content creator that I'm going to have to criticize, you know, and I'm going to have to make a reply video to them debunking their bullshit. However, with that being said, if I made a video debunking, say, Steve Shives or Kevin Logan, if I make a video debunking them and I figured out that they may have killed themselves over it, I'd be going ass over tea kettle to try to find out if Steve or Kevin Logan was okay, you know? Because I don't think I'd be able to sleep sleep at night. You know, if I was ever in this dude's position. Another thing is, you know, it's kind of funny that a dude who is gay for pay wants to play this, LGBT power card. You know, it's really funny, really fucking funny, in my opinion. It's kind of like Rachel Dolezal, talking about Black Lives Matter, you know, when she's really white. Or Elizabeth Warren claiming to have Native American roots when she's whiter than a fucking paper plate. You know, I mean, that's just kind of fucked up in my opinion. But yeah. So anyway, one last thing that I want to talk about with this video, because this isn't the first time we've seen the people who are supposed to be anti-cyberbullying being the biggest bullies. 2 years ago, there was, I forget her name, but she was a fan of the show Steven Universe, the cartoon, and she did like fan art for it. She ended up doing this one drawing where a character wasn't the right color, or you know, just something minute like that, and suddenly out of nowhere, like, all these Steven Universe fans just bullied her to the point where she wanted to commit suicide, you know. That, and recently, no, I plan to make a separate video on this case, because, I mean, Jeremy got a rough deal out of it, but you have what's been going on for the past, like, 2 weeks in the Magic the Gathering community, where Jeremy or his channel, Unsleeved Media, and the Quartering, you know, have been catching a lot of flack because a cosplayer that he critiqued claimed that she was harassed by him for like 2 years or something like that. You know, and what followed after that was you had once again a mob of SJW white knights go in and just attack him, send in death threats, bully him, all that shit. When it was really just all predicated on a fucking lie, you know. But it's always funny, you know, all these social justice types, you know, the ones, like I said, they're the ones who are supposed to be like fanatically anti-bullying. They end up being the biggest assholes ever, you know. And once again, I know there's going to be one point where somebody's going to try to call me a hypocrite, you know, because I critique someone on their opinion. But put it this way, all I plan to do is, whenever I do a response video, will be to critique the person's views, you know, whatever the video that I'm responding to is about. Alright. Furthermore, on the subject of suicide, it's a hard subject for me because, and it's probably going to be, a lot of you will probably know what I'm talking about, but the thing about suicide is, you may think, you may get to leave the world and all the problems that plagued you in this world when you do kill yourself. However, one thing that you do leave behind, and it's 9 times out of 10, one thing you do leave behind when you do something like that is people who care about you, be they friends or family members. And those people who care about you, they're stuck on this earth, kicking themselves in the ass, because they're gonna have it in their head that they didn't do enough, they didn't talk to you, they didn't try to stop it. I've been through that, and it's very, very fucked up thing when you do that. So if you do have suicidal thoughts, talk to someone, anybody, be it friends, family members, hell, even call like a suicide prevention line, if you don't want to make your problems known to your family and friends. And another thing on that subject, nothing that anybody says against you, or anything that someone that you never met before, except for on the internet, says to you is worth your life. Nothing is. To quote Clint Eastwood from the movie Heartbreak Ridge, don't give the motherfuckers the satisfaction. Don't. Anyway, that's about all I got to say on this whole thing. Thanks for watching.